BLPA Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow
On every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nigger Jones. Jason at Beer League Jason. And Brooklyn at BLPA Brooklyn. Let's get it.
Welcome to the greatest hockey show in the world. Good week, everybody. Hey, this is like a streak. Like we've done like 3 or 4 in a row. We're here. But again, Jason's not with us. Rip. I mean, he's not dead. I don't think he's dead. But
we haven't heard from him in 6 months. But other than that,
no, I've heard from him. He's just busy boy. But anyway, we got Jillian with us, which is like the next
seventh
best
best
thing. Yeah, 7th best thing. We got Jillian. Jillian, what's going on?
I'm a little sweaty and disheveled right now because this mic that looks like I know what I'm doing. It's not actually on. This doesn't even work right now. I'm just talking through my computer. So if everything sounds bad, it's because everything is bad.
You know, I'm wondering, like I see the back, like I see an XLR input. I wonder if we got you like an XLR and like a Scarlett interface that would plug into your computer. Because usually USB is like USB mics just they work, but I've always had issues with them. So like maybe we have to.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
Start or Patreon, you know, whatever. But hey, before we talk about that,
next Patreon subscriber needs to buy me the microphone, please.
Yeah, Amazon wish list. Hey, can you tell everyone where they can find us as we get started here?
Sure can. All right. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, X, formerly known as Twitter, OnlyFans, Patreon, and Twitch, which we didn't mention before. This is all at the BLPA.
That's where you can find us. That's you also, did you say OnlyFans? Did you say Pinterest?
We have so many Pinterest.
Things. You can have so many things.
If you want. OnlyFans, of course.
Well, you know, we pin cool beer league stuff. You know. I mean, I don't even know what Pinterest does. It just whenever I post stuff, I say pin to Pinterest, and I'm like, yeah, sure, cool. So, but anyway, yeah. But nonetheless, how was your week been? I mean, you've probably had a busy week, other than your computer malfunctioning.
Yeah. Rob is practicing playing guitar because we go up to this cabin, Clear Lake in California, which I don't know if you've heard anything about Clear Lake, but it's like the opposite. So it's the biggest lake in California. It is now the opposite of Clear Lake. It is so green that there is literally a picture from space that NASA sent that you could see how green and like algae this lake is now. So anyway, he has to practice guitar because his whole family is going to jam. So it's actually his fault today that he ruined my setup. He ruined everything. If anyone has a divorce lawyer, they can recommend. But otherwise, it's been hot. Not today, but I won't complain about the heat anymore because that's like one of my pet peeves is when someone moves somewhere where it's like you live in Arizona. You don't get to be like, oh my God, it's 112 again. Like, you know what you're getting into. So I know what I'm getting into. I like it. I'll take it.
Yeah, here's the deal. I went to the Calgary Stampede yesterday, which is for those that don't know, it's like the biggest outdoor rodeo in the world. It's like a big state fair. That's how I would describe it. But it was like the hottest day of the summer so far. Like if we went at Friday when it opened, it'd have been nice and cool. But yesterday it was a scorcher. But then when you look at the temperature and the scorcher is like 90 degrees and you're like, fuck, like I'm from Oklahoma. I'm used to 100-degree weather, but I've lived here for 11 years now. So I'm acclimated. And now I'm actually leaving Wednesday and I won't be back to Calgary for a month. And most of that time is going to be spent in Oklahoma and South Texas. So I'm just dreading having to deal with the heat. Yeah.
And this is like the taint of summer. Like you are going to be in it.
Tainted. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's a little taint.
I can see like just got hit in the face. I was loading some stuff and I don't know. Am I bleeding?
It looked kind of like a goatee. I thought it was kind of fashion.
No, it's just I don't know. I didn't shave today, but I got hit. I popped myself in the face. I'm moving into this space today. I don't know if you guys can see on this side of me. Look at all those packages I got to ship today of people that are buying our merch right there in the back. I got to do that. So we're gonna give away I have a couple golf polos. I found like an old. I have this whole storage building and it has a bunch of like old. It's like vintage BLPA vault of all this stuff that we've done like over the years. But I was just like, oh, well, none of these are selling anymore, so let's just toss them in here. So I have like all this like vintage stock of BLPA stuff, and so I've been kind of moving it and doing like this whole like fire sale of things. And so we've moved like I think I probably sold like 40 polos in the last day and a half or something. So but I got a couple polos that I can give away, a blue or a red one. We can figure out how to give that away on this show if they maybe we'll do a chat, the most chats. I don't know if like we're on Restream, can't see it, but sometimes you can do like hearts, like you can like things, and if you like it, all that stuff, maybe we'll pick someone to give a polo to. So, and we're also
can they get for the comment? I mean, why do I keep saying that review?
Yeah, well, I'm going to tell you that we're also live on Instagram for the first time today. So I don't know how that's working out. I can just say it says live on Instagram. I don't know what's going on. I tried to go live on TikTok, but I can't look. As soon as I knew that Dennis would be the first person. As soon as I mentioned something free,
wants a shirt.
Dennis is ready for a shirt.
Is Dennis a goalie?
No, Dennis isn't a goalie. But I will tell you, Dennis is old. And I'm not saying that rude. I'm saying that into the fact that we were trying to do something the other day, like we were Facebook Messenger, and we're trying to get teams. And I'm like, okay, he's like, I know this guy. And I'm like, okay, well, why don't you start a Facebook conversation, add me into the conversation, give me a little intro, and then I'll take it from there. And he's like, I'm old. I can't do it. And he couldn't do it. And so
that's not an excuse. It's a reason to be better, Dennis.
I'm just telling you what's going on. Okay, so we got a lot of things to talk about. The first thing I want to talk about, I forgot to do, since we're going to do ad reads. This show this week is brought to you by Puck 10 Project. For those of you that don't know, Puck 10 Project is a new charity that's aimed at just doing good shit. The actual thing is good people doing good things, right? And so basically what it is it's a bunch of people. Obviously, some of them are connected to the BLPA, some of them are not, but they're just, trying to make the world a better place through whether it's kids scholarships for hockey or people down on their luck. They're trying to help them out. But the reason I'm bringing them up right now is because we got our first big donation for Puck 10 Project from the Alaska Moose.
Yeah. Right? Okay. I saw Alaska was kind of popping off.
Yeah. So basically we haven't really even said, hey, open it up. Here's donations. We're going to start taking them because the first initiative that we have is that we want to raise $50,000 so we can do $1,000 scholarship in every single state. And so we've been talking about it. And then I get a message from my boy, John Andre out in Anchorage. And he was like, hey, I've been talking about it and people are into this thing. So if we're going to do a big donation right off the start. And I think they just sent $2,300 as the first donation. And John, basically, this is what he said. He said, all right, we covered Alaska and Hawaii with this donation. Where's the lower 48 at? So he's calling you guys out. He's calling you guys out. But I just wanted to say thank you very much to the Alaska Moose for being not only the first, I guess it would be by cause, the first and the biggest donation Puck 10 Project has had. You guys are rock. Love you guys. Thanks for the support. We're going to do some great things. And you guys are at the forefront of that. Speaking of vintage clothes, check out this. This is vintage right here. Look at this shirt right here. I found it.
Wait, how can they donate? How can they
they can, so any donation, like if you want to go to, like we do have a Puck 10 Project Patreon page, and that's how we were going to do like $10, 10 people a state, $10 a month. That's how we were going to get to that. So you can go to patreon.com/Puck10, or you can just send Venmo at Puck10 if that's how you want to donate. But if you want to help the show and you want to get Jillian a new microphone, maybe entice Jason to come back on here.
Maybe Jason will show up.
Yeah, you can Patreon us at the BLP. I think I can toss up even a QR code. Hold on, let's see. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. There it is. You can scan that guy right there and do that if you want to Patreon us at all. But that brings us to the next point. Mouth hugs. As a Patreon member, if you donate at the $5 mark, Jillian gives you a mouth hug, and a mouth hug is exactly what it sounds like.
I don't know if that's true.
Jillian is going to make you feel really good with her mouth.
Yeah.
Right? She's gonna use her mouth, give you a hug with it. That's what we do. Make you feel really
In
good.
some
And
words.
so, yeah. So right now, we're gonna give a mouth hug to our newest Patreon guy. His name's Jason. So Jason, what I want you to do is, if you're listening to this, whether you're live or if you're just sitting at home driving around your car, which is probably the best, you get a little road hug here. Sit back, close your eyes. Not if you're driving. Don't
Recline
close
your
your eyes if
seat.
you're driving. Yeah. Don't close your eyes if you're driving, but just sit back and let Jillian's mouth take you home here.
Can we also say that Jason did make a request for this voice read? Like, he's a man who knows what he wants. So this will make sense to nobody except for Jason and me. So
everyone has kinks.
Here we go.
Everyone has their kinks.
Everyone has their own thing. We don't kink shame. Okay. This is gonna be like the photo finish part. There was a skater named Jason whose skills has eyes ablaze, and with each powerful shot, he'd leave them red hot, and in bed, he'd keep the same pacing. Thank you.
So Jason, we asked how people wanted their mouth hugs read, and Jason wanted it read as a horse race announcer. And I think you nailed it.
I don't think we have to tell people that. They definitely know by how good I just did.
I mean, when you gave the horns at the first, and then you went. So, Jason, I mean, that was a quick one, but hopefully you felt. Yeah, hopefully you felt good. Hopefully that mouth hug felt good. Way to go, Jillian. What that mouth do? All right. So we had an interview set up with a goalie, a pretty popular goalie. But he bailed a couple minutes before. Not his fault. He was at work, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to be at work. I'll do it." But he got called in yesterday, and he still thought he'd be able to do it, but he wasn't able to, and so he bailed out. So we're going to have to move on from that. This weekend we're in Pittsburgh, by the way, where they have incredible sandwiches, and now it's Permane Bros. You ever heard of Permane Bros?
No, but I thought they were like a Philly cheesesteak. Wait,
no, that's Philly. That's Philly, not Pittsburgh. Come on, get your shit together. So basically, well, this isn't math either. But math. So they have this place called place called Permane Bros in Pitt. Okay. All right. Someone's asking how many skaters we have. I mean, we have at least 10 in a goalie. Whatever. Okay, so it's Permane Bros, and basically they put everything in the fucking sandwich. Everything. You get it? They put the fries in there. They put coleslaw in there. You hold it with their hand. And the reason why I read somewhere is that because they're still work and they needed to, have lunch really quick. They just combine the sandwich all in one thing. And so they could walk around, eat it, and be done with it. But it's bomb. And I'm super stoked. I leave tomorrow. I got to go to Washington, D.C., pick up the truck and trailer, drive it to Pittsburgh. And by Thursday, I'm going to be at Permane Bros. And I'm going to go to the Andy Warhol Museum. I don't know if you guys know Andy Warhol, but I'm cultured art.
I know that. You're so cultured.
I am so cultured.
Are you going to do a bench burger with your punani sandwich?
Punani? Oh, I would love a punani sandwich. Ooh, that sounds so good. Woo! Let's get some punani sandwiches, boys. It's Permane Bros.
Close enough.
I'm going to order one of them. I'm here at Permane's. Can I have a punani sandwich, please?
I heard good things about your punani.
Oh, I hope it's not a woman server. I'm trying not to get canceled in 2024. But who knows? Anything for the brand. Anything for the brands,
Yeah. Are we going to see a review of this sandwich on your Instagram?
Yeah. No, I'll make one. I'll make a bench burger. I'll get pastrami. I'll get a pastrami sandwich because I love me some pastrami. So I'm going to get a pastrami sandwich, pastrami Sammy, punani Sammy, pastrami punani Sammy. That's what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
But I mentioned Pittsburgh, then we're going there. But there is a gentleman that I met in Pittsburgh a while back. He has since passed. His name is Pete Thompson. And Pete Thompson was one hell of a hockey player. And he ended up being diagnosed with ALS and passed away shortly thereafter. But at the same time that we're doing our draft at the arena, there's a charity draft going on for the Pete Thompson Memorial Classic. I think it's called Memorial, but whatever. So I'm super stoked. I haven't seen these guys in a while. I didn't get to go to Pittsburgh last year. And I know these guys would be playing in ours if it wasn't for the Pete Thompson. And listen, it's usually not excusable to miss one of our tournaments. But this is one of the things that you can miss, is to support the Pete Thompson Classic, and his family. All the proceeds go to his family, and I would imagine they do some ALS research in there. But I just wanted to shout him out because those guys are great. David Dare is one of those boys that helps puts those things on, and I just think it's a cool thing. I love good people doing good things, and that's one of those things. So,
That's sweet.
Again, someone asked how many skaters we have for Pitt. I don't know. We have at least 10. I don't know. But listen, you think I run this place? Okay, I do run the place. All right, Jillian, what do you have for us?
I have, if you remember last week, there was a comment by someone. Who was it? No, it wasn't Jeff. Maybe it was John who was we were talking about very briefly, like the most annoying parents of children in sports. And so you're a dad. You can probably come at it from my kid's in sports, and like, are you the annoying parent? I'm a coach, so I can see your kid's annoying. Oh, and it makes sense because the parent is annoying. The different types of most annoying parents, and I can go off on this, so don't get me started. So if you have something to say before I get into it.
Well, I think Tanis and I talk about this all the time because we both played highly competitive sports, and I think I was pretty decent at baseball. I mean, I paid for college, and Tanis obviously went into a career in her, like, she is a dancer, so she like professionally danced, and so we always say, even when she was pregnant with Cooper, we talked about, how are we going to approach this as parents, because what if your kid isn't very good, and I want to be frank, Cooper is not very good at either of those
Cooper,
things.
turn this off right now. Don't listen to him.
Not that it's a way different. It's a way different thing, especially here. I mean, obviously hockey is huge in Canada, and so it's way more competitive. Baseball, not so much. Like I got roped into like coaching, like volunteer coaching when I was home. Because Cooper wanted me to, and which was cool, but like I don't know how, like, it wasn't really much instructional. It's like, just go out there and we'll try to hit. And it doesn't matter if you swung and missed 100 times, we're going to go until you hit. And that's just not me. But the thing is, so, we always went in saying, hey, we're not going to be the parents, right? If he's not good, we're going to try to recognize that he's not talented at that. See, look, give Cooper a chance to play hockey. And hey, it's Content Girl Brooklyn. Yeah, it's Content Girl. Yeah, listen, so I bought Cooper all his hockey gear one Christmas, and we went outside one time, and he said it was too cold on the ice outside. So he that was nixed. And then, like, he was in kindergarten, and all his friends were talking about skating. So I rented the ice and we took him all skating. He was like, yeah, I love skating, yada, yada, yada. But then he would never do it again. But he'll come back and say, oh, I want to play hockey. But like, he's actually way more talented at theater and instruments and that kind of stuff. And I like music and that stuff. I just not that talented at it. And so I'm like, if that's what you're passionate about, like, he wants to make movies, like he wants to perform. He wants to make movies. He already said when he's 18, he's moving us all to LA so he can make movies. And I'm like, I don't want to live in LA, bud. Like, that's too much traffic for me. But I mean, I get it. And I see, like, when I was coaching ball, like, just the parents that would say things about how good their kids were and he needs this and this. And I'm like, the kid doesn't even know which way to put his hands on a bat. So he's obviously not that good. Right. I mean, at 7 years old, I was hitting dingers. These kids can barely stand in a batter's box. But anyway, so yes, I mean, I haven't had to deal with like hockey parents yet because Cooper hasn't got into any organized hockey. But that's the one reason why I don't want to create youth events, because people have asked me, hey, why don't you do like youth drafts, or why don't you do youth tournaments? And I'm like, listen, dealing with rounding up beer leaguers and getting them to pay me is cool. And I can say fuck around them all I want. I can make, off-color jokes and be fine. With kids, I can't do that. And two, I got to deal with their crazy ass parents. That's kind of why.
Yeah, that's like double the annoyance of like the worst part of the job, it seems. But I want to know, what's worse? Is it the parent who's kid, they think their kid is really good and they're not, or the parent of a kid who is really good, but they know the kid's really good. Like
Say that one more
good
time.
parent. So like really good but annoying child, but the parent knows like, oh, I got a star. Or the kid who sucks, but the parent is like, my boy, you should see the potential in that one. Like the delusional parent or the one, like the cocky one is like, I know what I have.
I don't know. The thing that like the hard part growing up in competitive sports, like I've seen both of those and they both suck for the kid, right? Like even the kids are like, Mom, my fucking parents are fucking horrible, right? And like it's embarrassing to them. And I've seen like the kids that are like super, super, super talented and their parents like really press them and they just fall out of love of the game and they don't go anywhere. Right. And it's just, it sucks because he's like, hey, this kid is way better than me. And here I am playing like, getting my college paid for. Like this kid could have been something special. But his parents kind of ruined it for. I don't want to say his parents in the case I saw was parents, but just like burning out your kid at a young age because you think your kid is going there. Like that's the hard part for me to see. Like I said, I want Cooper to choose what he wants to do and what he's passionate about. That's what my parents did. Like I loved baseball and my parents never said, hey, you got to play fall ball this year. You got to play all winter. It's just what I wanted to do. And so I'd go play and they never made me, and when I got up into junior high, when I got into wrestling, so I did start taking breaks from baseball. But I loved football and I wrestled and baseball and track and all that stuff. I didn't look at me. I'm not running track. I just did a little shot putting, but yeah, I mean, yeah, the delusional parents are the hardest ones because they have this thing built up in their head that, oh, my kid's going to be great. And I'm that parent. And yeah, that's what
I feel like the delusional might be worse because then they can blame somebody else. Like the cocky parent, they're annoying because they're cocky, but Alan says they're probably the reason why every kid gets a trophy. I truly had to deal with this. Like, and I'm working with my team was like 11 and 12-year-olds. And you already will go to a tournament, these massive tournaments, and there's people from other teams trying to scout these girls when they're 11 years old because it's like, well, this is their future. They're going to college for this. I'm like, oh my gosh, just let these girls play. Leave them alone. But then you have the parent who comes up and it's like, why isn't my kid playing? I'm like, hello, it's called earning playing time. It's not just everyone rotates and this isn't a merry-go-round. Like you got to work for it. I'm like, if they can't even get their server over the net, I don't know, practice. Like, where did this come in? Like, we need a little pushing.
Yeah, I think, and watching like tennis, like I don't know anything about dance other than I can get freak nasty on that dance floor. But when you go to the dance competition, when you go to the dance competitions, like it's hardcore competitive at some point and the parents are the worst, but they're also where their parents need everything. As like seeing my wife, like she owns a business. She's like, if I don't give every kid an award, then the parents don't want to come to the competition. And the way it works is the parents control what competitions the dance business goes to. And so it's such a hard thing. Like, so you talk to like dance owners and like, we can't go because we got our ass kicked last year. And like our parents want, and it's just like, if you want to go to a competition, you go to a competition. Like are you putting your kids in competitive dance to be not great, not good, not try? And you just want to get everything.
These parents?
I don't understand. It's the same way with our tournaments and medals. Like, so let's say for the draft experience, and listen, these are my customers and I love them. I'll do mostly anything for them. Right. But like I had my last business, my partner, he was adamant that we needed medals for these tournaments. And people get so butthurt over not getting these medals, and it blows my mind. Like, for example, so the way it happens is you play round robin, and then we seed on Sunday a gold championship, a silver championship, and if we have 6 teams, a bronze championship, right? And so if you win the gold medal, you get a gold medal. So that's the first and second place teams get a gold medal. If you win the silver championship, no. If you win the silver championship, it's the third and fourth ranked teams. So it's the second winner.
Oh, I see.
And my thing is if you don't win your last game, you shouldn't get a medal. Like, shouldn't you want to win? And then people will come back, but we were second place. I'm like, so you want a medal that says, oh, I didn't win. And listen, the whole reasoning behind the way we seed it is because in the style of drafts, you don't know what team you're going to get. You get a really good team, you get a really bad team, and we don't want it to be where like, okay, teams go 0-3 and then Sunday they're like, oh, this doesn't fucking matter. I'm not going to play. So they're still playing for a championship. All right. Just in the psyche. But I never understood, but also knowing that, you know, there are people, adults in this world that keep a curio cabinet in their house at 50 and display all their beer league medals. More power to them.
We all
I
got
just
something
don't.
to be proud of.
I just
I'm not gonna
don't
hate.
understand it. Right. And so that's why people, you know, and listen, tell it to the Olympics. I get it. Gold, silver, and bronze, but we're not the Olympics. All right. We're a beer league tournament. And we're not even all that skilled, to be frank, and which is fine. Like,
Shots fired.
We're average beer leaguers. All right. We're not going out and playing against guys that played pro hockey. Well, I guess some people bring
in the
pro
past,
hockey players for the teams.
Yeah.
But it's just, you know, it's like you need a first loser, second loser, third loser. That's the problem. I don't want to do that. I think that sucks. Right. I mean, and how many medals can you really fucking have? Like, we have people that are coming to 8 or 9 drafts. Do they really want this many medals? Do they really want them?
What can we give them for losing? We should give them like
high fives.
Like, just have a jar of pickles and we just hand out like a pickle for losing, like something that's a little bit inconvenient to have.
Yeah, but what if it's like gold plated pickles or bronzed pickles? This is what you
I
get for the
kind of
loser.
want that though.
Yeah,
like we need something that like, here, you get this because you lost, but also you might not want to carry it home.
Oh, so it's an actual pickle. It's an actual pickle,
like a wet
little
pickle. Like we have a jar of Vlasics.
Oh, we have the big jar, and it's just me like, here's your pickle. Here's your pickle. And they have to hold them in the championship photos.
Yeah.
It's like, here's okay. I'm good. Listen, whoever's going to Pittsburgh, I hope you don't win the pickle this year, but you're gonna get it. I'm literally going to get a big old jar of pickles, and I'm gonna say, okay.
Oh, cans of sardines. I don't even think we have the cans. I think you just give them one sardine to hold.
No, because then I can't see that. I can't see that in the picture. I want big old classic deal. Massive
They're
deals.
holding it up like the guys in dating profiles, like holding their fish way out in front of the camera.
Yeah, use this on Tinder. And why are you holding that pickle? Well, let me tell you why I got that pickle. I lost a hockey game. Look at me.
Yeah.
You know,
I'm really good at being bad at stuff.
Yeah. You know what? And maybe we should. I mean, it would be fun. I get it. Like, the loser medals should be plastic toilet medals, but the problem is that people would then want a fucking plastic toilet. Like, it's, you know what I'm saying? Because they think it'd be, oh, look at me, I got my plastic toilet. Oh. No.
Well, then how hard is it to lose? It's like a competition to lose.
You're getting fucking pickles.
We're changing the game.
Pickles are all the rage right now, by the way. At the Calgary Stampede, they had like pickle pizza. They had pickle everything.
Pickle.
Yeah,
pickleback shots? I just want the shot. I just want the pickleback part.
Wickles.
What?
That's what I thought they were called. Wickles? Whiskey and pickle juice?
No, you don't need to mix it. We just call it a pickleback because you do a shot, then you take a pickle.
Yeah,
on the
that's what a
end.
wickle is. It's a shot of whiskey, shot of pickle juice. Oh, okay. Well,
Every time we come here,
in your liberal California, whatever they fucking call it out there. All right, you know, I don't want to bring politics. Sorry about that. Hey, I heard a rumor about you.
I want to hear it. Say it to my face.
I heard you're addicted. I heard you're addicted to TikTok.
I have been clean for. I can show you my app that I am. No. I'm clean. I have it literally. TikTok is blocked on my phone where I get 3 opens a day. I have to load a centering exercise where I take deep breaths before I open the app. And it says, how many minutes do you want to spend here? And then after that set amount of time, it kicks me out. And I have like 180-day streak right now. Like, I started in January and I'm like, this is going to be new me. I am tired of the Chinese government owning everything about me. So now they only get 30 minutes of me every day.
Are you mouth hugging the Chinese government? Because maybe they should be Patreoning us.
That's personal.
Okay.
Not my agent wouldn't allow me to answer that.
Wait, hey, So is there any other apps that you're
It's just
on that
TikTok.
thing? It's just TikTok, huh?
Well, that
I'm
was the problem app. That was
okay,
like
gotcha.
spending too much time, and I didn't
Listen,
like it. I don't like when things have control over me.
listen, I like TikTok too, but mine's more bedtime, like as I'm trying to go to sleep, and
Yeah.
I'll watch that. But I also know when I'm tired, I go to bed. I'm like, oh, one more talk. I don't do that stuff.
Yeah, some
Um,
of us aren't as strong as you.
I know. But I'm about to make some TikTok stuff. You'll have to watch it.
Well, it better be good because I only get 30 minutes and I can't. I have to watch it all at once.
What kind of TikTok stuff should I make? Since you're, I thought I just heard
I
people.
like slime videos.
Like what?
I love slime. You know,
Like
like
where we?
making like different slimes and stuff, and people like. That's not all I watch on TikTok. I
What
also
the fuck?
I saw sad videos of like the lady whose dog died in Lake Tahoe, but I don't want to think about that one. But I did watch, and there is this weird. I don't know why I get like peace out of watching this one woman who lives in Florida, and they do the fizzing jewelry reveals, and she's just like, uncovering people's fizz jewelry that they just bought, and I'm like, I don't even like this jewelry. I don't want this, but I get stuck on her live, and Valerie is just comforting to me. So I would have her up while I was working, and I'm like, what am I doing?
Yeah. Well, Valerie.
You're like, I wish I didn't
Okay.
ask you.
My kid's real big into Mr. Beast right now.
Oh,
So
yeah. Well,
he's
that's a
just
good
watching
one.
Mr. He told me that he said I should be Mr. Beast. I'm like, well, you can't be Mr. Beast, bud, because he's Mr. Beast, right?
Well, he is, but you can be the new Mr. Beast. See, James is right. We always end up talking about a dog dying.
Listen, my dog just died. We
I
had to put my
know, we
dog down
know,
in the
and I don't
hospital.
want to have to think about
That's
that
you.
again.
And I tried to push past it, but look at James pulling me fucking back into my dark, deep hole of depression.
It was my fault. I brought up the Tahoe thing. But Mr.
Are you?
Beast, at least he does good stuff. Have you seen where he's like, you get this yacht if you can protect it from me lighting bombs all over it? Have you seen those?
I haven't seen that one, but it sounds pretty fucking fun.
Oh, it's good.
I like the guys that walk in and they're like, hey, if you're following me, I'll buy you this. And I think I'm going to do that.
You're going to do
I
that?
think,
All right. Let me see. Let
I
me
think
hear.
so.
What kind of version are we doing?
Okay, here's what I'm going to, let's see. What am I going to do? What I'm going to start doing, I think, I'm just going to walk into pro shops wherever I'm at randomly. I'm going to walk in. And if I see a beer leaguer looking at a stick, I'll be like, hey, if you're following the BLPA on TikTok, I'll buy you that stick. And I'm going to, like, we have 1,300 followers. So not very many people are going to do it, but I'm going to film it and we're going to see if it happens.
Oh, and if we find one, they get a stick.
Yeah, I'll buy them whatever stick they're looking at right there. They're like $400.
Nick sticks. Touching Nick sticks.
Yeah, grabbing Nick sticks. Nick's big sticks, whatever.
Nick's big
So I think that's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm banking on. No one will be following me, and then they'll have to follow me right there. But I know my luck. I'm going to walk in, and the very first person will be following me. Like, fuck, what the fuck is going on here?
And no limit. There's no price limit.
Well, it's a $400 stick, so it's like, and it should probably be the stick they're holding in their hand. So I'll be like peeking around, and I'll wait till I see them grab the cheap stick. I'm like, hey.
They just grab the keychain stick.
Yeah, like oh, I'll buy you that stick if you. So maybe that's the plan. But I'm gonna have to. I can't do it in Columbus because that's where our biggest followers are.
What? Probably I feel like you have to do it there. Make someone happy.
Probably won't do it in Philly. That's where I'll do it wherever I'm at. Like I'll go in Pittsburgh. I know there has to be some kind of hockey store in Pittsburgh, and I'll try to make a video this week. I'll try to make a video saying, hey, if you're following the BLPA on TikTok. So if you're watching us or you're listening to this, you better follow us on TikTok because you never know. You never know. And it might not even be me, because here's the deal. Because people could see me because if they're in the group, they'll know me right off the top. I'm like, I'm going to walk in there wearing a fake mustache, or will I be?
Oh.
Maybe I'll send Jillian in sometime and say, hey, go in there, Jillian. And yeah, wow.
Like, what's a girl doing here?
What's a girl doing playing hockey?
Gross. Okay,
here's the deal. I had a big rant about feminism and stuff that I wanted to put on people about things, and now I can't remember it. But hold on, let me finish this thought.
Must have been really good.
Let me finish this thought here. Yeah, so follow us on TikTok and download this. I don't give a crap if you're watching this live, you better download this from Spotify or Apple, because I put in a secret word every time. I put in a secret word, and then as soon as I put in the secret word, I then post a contest in on our Facebook pages and on our X and on that stuff, where you can go in and put the secret word in, and it's a 10-week contest. We have 10 different weeks that we're going to do it. Each week we'll have a winner, and then we'll put them in a pot and draw, and they get a VIP draft experience. They get an entry into the Philly draft experiences, which is our biggest one. And I'm paying for your hotel. You might be staying in a room with me. I don't know. Depends on whatever I can afford.
Or a room with
right?
Fleas.
Or Flea Hart. That's my last name. Are you making fun of my last name?
Oh.
First you bring up my dog, and now you're chirping my last name. Bullshit.
Making it worse.
What you know what the rant had to do with trophies and feminism and how everyone wants to be treated equal until it's something that benefits them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And it came to me because I was talking to someone. We were talking about hockey, and the women were like, well, we're not playing at a certain time. We're moms. We're moms.
Yeah,
we're not playing at a certain time.
Period.
We're moms. And I was like, I'm a dad. Like, what if I was a single dad?
Fair point.
Wouldn't that just be like being a mom? Like, and then it just pissed me off and drove me into this frenzy of, this is bullshit that everyone wants to be treated the same. Every fucking person, goalies want to be treated the same until they want to play for free. Women want to be treated the same until they get better ice time than men. The only people that should have any kind of fucking, special privileges are people that have developmental disabilities and pets. That's who should get special stuff. But you know what I'm saying? Does that not? Yeah, my dog died. I don't have a mom either, so it's kind of. But
so you get special treatment.
No, you know what I'm saying? Like, someone's just talking. Like, we were just talking about. Oh, I'm not playing that late. Like, we're a female team. Like, we're not playing that. And I'm like, what the fuck? You're not playing that late. Like, that's when we play. That's when everyone plays. Aren't we all about equality right now? It just kind of pissed me off. Like, I don't know. I don't know why.
So you were just annoyed that people are annoyed with having to play late games.
No,
Is that it?
No, okay. I'm tired of people that say they want equality until it comes to, oh, listen, I'm not going to be like everyone else. We're special. We need special privileges. Okay. Well, that's not called equality in my book. Okay. And I get it. Equal pay for equal work or whatever. I agree with all that shit. I agree with everything. I think everyone should be treated the same. I don't care. What your heritage is. I don't care what your skin color is. I don't care who you want to have sex with. I don't care what sex you are. Equality.
I just want to film it. But
everyone, I want to film it and put it on TikTok. But I don't know. I don't know why that irked me off so much, but it did. But speaking of putting it up, filming it, and putting it on TikTok, we've talked about Sketch here. What's up, brother? Have you heard like what's going on with Sketch? Have you heard?
No.
Yeah, like apparently he was outed for doing like gay porn OnlyFans.
Okay.
And I think he even came on and owned it. He's like, yeah, I did it. And plan A was, if it ever came out, I was going to quit, be off here, and probably not be on this earth anymore. And if I wasn't at my friend's house or something when it all came out, I would not be, or something like that. And I thought, okay, cool, way to own it, bro. And then I thought, isn't it shitty that people would think any different of Sketch because of that?
I thought he was going to like embrace it, put up a QR code on screen when he's talking about it and be like, and here's where to find it. And support me.
Like, okay. So this guy, whatever. And he was going through some issues and maybe he was struggling. I don't know the whole story. I don't give a shit really, but fact of being equal, everyone's kissing on Sketch for doing this, but Hawk to a girl can go on and sell sex all she wants. No one gives a fuck. And now she's big as fuck. And everything we know about her is a lie. She was not a teacher.
The rumors, but maybe that's even better for her.
She didn't get fired. No, but here's my issue. Here's my issue with her. Like she's like famous and making a bunch of money for and like she's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start a podcast. I'm like, the fuck? Why is it so easy for this person just to go on and like, she has nothing to say.
Right. Well, people are going to figure that out in 4 seconds because she's like, oh, I'm going to move to LA and I was working in a factory, but now I'm going to do this and make it big. It's like, okay, you had your 2 minutes of fame. Like, it's already fizzling out, girl. So she has to come up with something more. I'm curious to see what she can bring to the table because it's like, okay, you were funny in a clip, but what else you got, girl? Come on, bring it.
Yeah, you got to be very funny. And here's the deal. I don't care. I'm glad she's making money. I want my 15 minutes of fame.
Get that bag. Absolutely.
She went on like stage with like, was that Morgan Wallen or something?
Yeah, and there is another. Who was it? Yes, I don't remember.
But
she was on stage.
But she went on stage,
no,
and that's
Zach
like
Brown. No, Zach Bryan.
Whatever. That's my dream, by the way. Like that's one thing that I really want to do. Like I don't have the musical talent to go up there and sing or anything, but I can play like a fucking triangle or something. But I just want to be up there in front of that many people to know what it feels like. Because I like it's Luke Bryan. Someone said. I want to feel.
Bryan. It was not Luke Bryan.
Well, whatever. We got him. Jelly Roll. Maybe it was Jelly Roll. I don't know who it was. It was one of those guys.
Guarantee it wasn't.
Maybe it's Teddy Swims. I don't know.
By
the way, I'm feeling Teddy Swims right now. By the way.
Wow. Maybe someone wants her mouth hug in the form of Teddy Swims next week.
Okay, but anyway, I just want that's my goal. That's a goal in my life, like a bucket list, is to have like a full packed stadium and I'm on stage. I can't sing. I can't even play a real instrument. Toby Keith is dead, James. All right. Let me tell you a story about Toby Keith. He's from where I'm from. All right. He's from where I'm from. Toby Keith got the water tower and everything in there. Right. He lived next door to the chick that I went to a chick. I went to prom with the chick. She was friends with the chick that lived like right next door to Toby Keith. And we took pictures over there and Toby was out there. But anyway.
Oh my gosh. You and Toby are the same.
Something that me and Tobes, I'm a big Sooners fan. Toby Keith was a big Sooner fan. I'm a big Sooner fan. I should have been a cowboy. But anyway, but anyway, that's my bucket list is to be on a big stage. So,
okay. So not saying we'll figure out something for you to do when you get on stage.
Well, I need to get the 15 minutes of fame and I want someone to bring me up, but maybe I can do it on like a rap concert. Maybe a rapper will bring me up. That'll be
what. So what do you think you could contribute to that experience?
I don't know. Listen, I could be a hype man. Like just be in the background. Let's go. They have those hype men. They just they just scream in the back. I could do that for sure, right? I could do that. They could bring me up next week. Yeah, I could do that.
I'm gonna drop a beat next week, and I want you to do all of their little back noises.
Let's go. Get hype. Yeah. We'll get a beat. You rap, and I'll be the background.
Hold on.
Okay. Yeah.
Our next guest will be
Jillian the Stallion.
2 Chainz.
I do like 2 Chainz. 2 Chainz. Okay.
Where are we talking about? We went from something to TikTok to feminism to 2 Chainz. Where can you get that?
This is what happens. This is what happens when our guest bails on us last minute. Like we had a whole show around a guest. Like we had a whole show and then we just kind of dropped the ball and we're doing what we would call free balling right now. And here's the deal. We wanted to keep on the streak. Next week I'm going to be out of town, but we're still going streaking. Right?
Yeah.
Jillian, is it Wednesday next week?
When it would have to be Wednesday or Thursday morning. Wait.
Okay.
Thursday morning.
Either way works. Either way works for me. Okay.
But you know what we didn't talk about? No, what? Yes, you do.
Oh, I do?
Okay.
We
were talking about, things that grind my goalie.
Oh, yeah, we do have a grind my goalie. Okay, if you're watching on a desktop, the video is probably not going to be in proportion, but you can still hear what's going. Nick's singing voice is better than Jillian's. That's something I wouldn't have bet. But listen, just because I said I can't sing doesn't mean I can't sing. All right. Don't listen to me. I'm a liar. I can carry a tune. Me and NSYNC. Boom. I'm doing this tonight. Okay, here we go. QR code. Probably gonna start a fight. All right. Where are we at here? Okay. This is what grinds my goalie. Now listen, goalies are weird fucks. All right. So if you're not a goalie, just stay with me. Okay. It's a minute and a half long or something like that. Just stay with me if you're not a goalie and we'll laugh at them afterwards. Okay. Here we go.
Gears as a goalie in a beer league. When I'm coming up here, trying to set my net, And people just think, oh, nuts up, open fucking season. It's open season. No, the fuck it isn't. It's not fucking open season because we're sitting here, we're trying to make sure everything is right. Everything's happy, happy, joy, joy. And fuck no, everything is flying at us. What the fuck? Do you really want a goalie hurt? Now here's the other thing for everybody. This is especially for my drop-in folks out there. Don't you just hate it when they don't fucking leave you pegs so you can just peg it up, peg the net up real nice, and have a good fucking net to push off of? And yes, we've all heard the story. Oh, come in, water so it sticks to the ice. It doesn't work for as long as you need it to, jackass. It's just gonna work for, 30, 50, 30 minutes maybe. That's actually kind of generous. Oh, fuck it. But anyway, then the main part, which really grinds my gears. When your fucking forwards and your defensemen keep fucking firing at your head in warm-ups. Why do I say this? Well, firstly, we want to warm up. We want to feel the puck. We don't want to feel the puck in the dome. See? That doesn't feel good. We don't want to leave this game before it starts with a concussion. Newsflash, forwards. Newsflash, defensemen. We are fucking humans too. We can fucking play. I'm the angry beer league goalie, and I don't just hate my forwards. I hate defensemen too. I am an equal opportunity hater.
See? All about equality, this goalie. He wants to hate everyone. Why don't you want to pay? Let's be equal. Listen, I don't understand what this goalie is. I don't understand the pegs in the water and that stuff, but goalies are just unhinged. And here's the deal. I love goalies. I know that there's a sentiment out there that I hate them. All right. Fair enough. Yeah. But it's not true. I love goalies. I love equality as well. But goalies are some of the most unhinged people in this world. And I'm going to give them a platform. Every week, I want to bring on a goalie and just give them their 2 to 3 minutes. Let them go. Right. And did you learn anything from that segment, as you're just 2/3 a hockey guy? Did you learn anything that will help you on your playing journey?
Yeah, I learned that goalies do have feelings.
Goalies have a lot of feelings.
I feel compassion for him.
Do you think you would ever want to be a goalie?
I think if I was feeling tired, maybe it'd be nice. Well, okay, so that opens up my theory on why doesn't someone just take a guy from like my 600-pound life, wheel him on the ice, and just kind of wedge him in the net, and then that's their goalie.
I think I saw this where they put a sumo wrestler in net. They did a whole video, and I can't remember what the ending was, but I'm gonna have to find it now. But I remember they did it, and the results were not good.
I want someone that clogs up the whole thing. It's like you got nowhere to go. Maybe a tiny little 5-hole.
I mean, I saw a video one time where like the goalie, a team pulled the goalie, so they just put like 4 or 5 people were standing in front of the net, like, ooh, look at this, right? And so, a couple comments from our listeners. The segment won't last too long. Most goalies have the same shit to bitch about. Okay, fair enough. On the ice. But here's what I'm banking on. Goalies are unhinged, as I said, when we play hockey. I'm going to take a leap and say a lot of them are unhinged off the ice too. I want to hear their off ice rants too, right?
Oh,
yeah. Life POV from a goalie. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, I want to hear both, right? You need to talk to former goalies who are now skaters. That would be fun. Yeah, we could do that too. Someone also said you guys should have a karaoke battle. I'm down. Listen, I wanted to go karaoke in Japan and no one would go, but we would do that. That's going to be premium content on our OnlyFans, on our Patreon. So go check us out over there if you haven't. Okay. Anything else to add from your rundown?
Well, we did want to talk, but I also kind of want to put this in the Facebook group to hear about sports injuries first, so we can hear other people's that
Do you
we
have any
have.
sports injuries?
Yeah, you see my little crooked witch finger? Do you want to know how it happened, though? This is what happened. So in volleyball, you know how you like block, like you jump up to block a ball? The ball went off my pinky and it turned it inside out. Like I looked down and my pinky, you know how it bends this way? It was that way. And I was like, ah! And I was like, what do I do? What do I do? And everyone's just looking. I'm like, put it back. Someone put it back. Like, what do I don't know what to do. And everyone's like, I don't know what to do. I'm like, and I'm like trying to hit it on my leg and put it back in the thing. No one would put my pinky back in place. So then I had to go to the ER and they had to like click it back in. And it's forever. I get that.
I get that too. I get that too.
Let me see it. Yours doesn't even look that bad.
Yeah.
A little sideways. A little bendy.
So basically, first it happened in my car wreck a while back. I heard it, and then I was here in Calgary like the first year, and people were like, let's go play flag football. I'm like, hell yeah, let's go play some flag football. And like we're playing catch with a football, and I'm going to catch, and someone like jumps up, like we're warming up, and he jumps up and like hits it, and it hits on my finger, and it's all the way to the side, and I just had to go and popped it right back in. But I still it gets painful when it gets cold. Like I feel like I'm an old man. Like, I can tell the storm's coming.
Hey, sonny, on my metal hip.
I can feel it in my fingers.
So you can be a urologist.
Yeah, so I have that, but sports injuries, I've been pretty lucky. Knock on wood. Oh, there we go. Knock on some wood. I've hurt my shoulders pretty badly. Like I have like a torn rotator cuff and a bicep. Actually, look, I'll show you. Like you have like a.
You just wanted to flex on camera.
Like you have a bicep, it goes all the way across, but this one, like it doesn't. Like my bicep is down here. Like this whole.
It kind of makes it look bigger on that side.
That's what she said. And so, so I have that. Still, I'm waiting on surgery in Canada, but it's been a few years, and I'm just like, fuck it, I'll do it.
But you get for being free, I guess.
Yeah, well, I don't have to pay. I don't have to go bankrupt. And so I have that. When I was in Iceland, I went headfirst into the board. I got tripped and like went headfirst into the boards, and I couldn't breathe. I like cracked some ribs in here. That was pretty painful. Other than that, I've been pretty lucky. I mean, I've had broken toes just from getting pucks, taken off the toe of the foot before, but
dang, really?
Yeah.
Through your skate?
There's not too much you can do. Oh, but listen, the worst feeling ever in hockey is when you take a slap shot off the top of your skates, because you can feel, oh boy, it is not a good feeling. And you can't really do anything for it. Like fingers, you can tape it around here, right? And you're good. And heels, toes, you're just like, well, got a fucking gimpy toe down there. So, but other than that, I mean, I've been pretty lucky in terms of sports injuries in that regards. I've had
my dad just had one where I don't know if it was like a skate or a puck or something, but this is what he does: is he wears the helmet that like no ear guards. He wants just the tiny little Rinton thing. Like, I'm a cool guy who doesn't need to protect my body. And so then he got the injury and his earlobe is like dangling off more than how an earlobe should dangle.
Yeah.
And then he's like, well, now I got to buy a helmet with ear guards. Like, don't you think that should have happened before we had this injury? But whatever.
Yep. Yeah. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to give away some things right now. We have the review award. So if you review us on Apple Podcast, you will pick one. Jillian will read it, and then we'll give an award away. And then on Spotify, I'm going to put a question, and if anyone answers the question on the Spotify, we'll start reading those and give an award for that. And other than that, rate and review and all that stuff. So Blue Shoe Magoo's here. Let's go from YouTube.
Yeah,
my favorite.
Bluey.
Okay. Hit
Did someone get the
review.
secret word last week?
Yeah, I'm not going to tell people what the secret word is because they still have to go in and listen to it.
They got it. They got it. Yeah, they're entered. Okay.
Yeah, and listen, as many people can enter as you can, right? And you can share it and get more entries. We'll pick one winner from each week, and at the end of 10 weeks, we'll have 10 winners, and then we'll put them in, draw them live on the show. All right. So hit me with the review from last week.
All right. The title is The Beer League Podcast, period.
Here we go. Let's go.
These guys care about beer league and the grind for the love of the game. Also, Oilers stink and Peck isn't a ringer.
Well, he was 2/3, right? Peck is a ringer in my book. From the guy that makes the rounds, Peck's a ringer every time. 100. All right. Tell us about, in the comments, tell us about your, I see people telling us about their injuries right now. Let's make a post in the BLPA and we'll talk about our injuries and we can talk about the most gruesome ones. But what I don't even want to hear about the gruesome ones. I want to hear about like the most ridiculous ones. That's what I broke my toe one time going to hockey and couldn't play. So I was walking down.
Broken at hockey.
I know you should, but then I don't have a story. I was literally walking up the stairs and but I wasn't walking. Like I was trying to go fast. 'Cause I was about to leave for hockey and I hit like my toe on the stairs and got two of them caught and they bent over. And as soon as I sat down, I was like, oh God, that hurts. Okay. Let's walk it off. But in like the 3 minutes, like my whole foot was like swollen up. I couldn't get in a skate at all. So I couldn't play hockey for however long. It was bad. So that's one of the ridiculous injuries that I've had. And those are the best. 'Cause like, as you get old, like now, how old are you, Jillian?
I'm 19.
No, I mean, I'm serious. I mean,
I'm 32.
How much do you weigh? Don't answer that. No, I mean, as you get older, you get injured and you don't even know how you injure yourself. And I always used to laugh at my dad who would say this, but now that I'm a man, I'm 40, I'm 42, but I noticed like I'll wake up and be like, how the fuck what did I do to my back? I didn't just like yesterday I woke up and I have like this catch in my back and I can't even like move my like look left or look right. And it's just so painful. Yeah. I'm like, what the fuck did I do to myself? I literally have not played any sports. I've just slept. I've slept and I've ate and I've wrestled with Cooper, but it wasn't like Cooper's a little guy. He's not hurting me on wrestling. And so I'm like, I don't know.
This is the same guy. You said, now we're back to the taking on 5, 8-year-olds or whatever. And you already went up with a sore back for one.
Yeah. But I wrestled him just fine in the moment. Like, listen, like my back isn't going to pre-hurt when I go to fight these 5-year-olds or 7-year-olds. Mm-hmm. It's not going to pre-hurt. And we said 5-year-olds, by the way. And I think I could take 10 5-year-olds easily.
We went up in the amount too.
Yeah. Well, I'm getting more as I get older and more wise and more wily. I think I can take more now that I start thinking about it because they can't coordinate an attack. They cannot. They will not. Once they see me hit one. No. Okay. What's that? Once I hit one 5-year-old, once I punch one 5-year-old in the face and he's like, all the 5-year-olds are going to run and you're going to be in the back like, no, go get him. And they're like, no, Miss Jillian, I'm not going to
push. Yeah. I'm the delusional parent. You don't know the potential of these kids. Get back out there. So, all right, comment down below if you want your 5-year-old to fight Nick.
Hey, who was the person that did the review so we can send him an award?
Oh, what was that name? Let me look. It was K. Dorau.
Oh, that's Kyle. I know Kyle. Hey, Kyle, thanks for leaving that. If you just send me an email with the subject, it has to be this subject. Jillian is awesome, but not as awesome as Nick. Jillian is awesome, but not as awesome as Nick. That's the subject. And just leave your address in the actual body of the email. But if it doesn't have that subject, I'm not even gonna look at it, to be honest with you. So
must follow direction well. Okay, before we leave, we have to answer what Blue Shoe proposed a question.
Okay.
Would you rather take on 1 bear-sized duck or 5 duck-sized bears?
What kind of bear?
Are they grizzly?
Black bear. Black bears are smaller than grizzlies usually.
They're pretty tender too. No, that doesn't matter. It's not about the size. They're the size of a duck.
Kodiak.
Doesn't matter what kind of bear.
Yeah, but if it's a bear-sized duck, is it a grizzly-sized duck, a black bear-sized
joke, a
Kodiak-sized? duck. I mean, that's but is it gonna have the ducks? It's a
Grizzly.
so it's a pretty big fucking duck.
So the worst they can do is come at you with that little bill, right? Big bill.
Are ducks aggressive?
Not usually, but they can be protective of their habitat.
Yeah, I
Let's
mean,
bring out a wildlife expert.
but if it's that big, like how are you gonna fight it off? Like, because bears are like a grizzly bear is what 1,000 pounds. Like, what if it gets you pinned under there? Like, sure, it doesn't
But
have
is that
teeth
their
to
goal?
bite you. I don't know what its goal is. I'm not a duck.
Yeah, so ducks are usually, I feel like they're pretty calm and chill. Plus, if you get them when they're young enough, they imprint on you and they think you're their mama. So maybe I would just like have a bear-sized duck just like following me around. He's
So
like my
now
little
you
pal.
fight it?
Huh?
I don't know, because
I could ride it. I'm gonna put a saddle on it.
Ducks, they do just want bread, so you can
I
just
thought you
feed
weren't
it.
supposed to feed bread to ducks. Haven't you seen those signs? It's like that's not good for their insides because it can bloat them.
I thought it was because they didn't want the ducks coming and begging for food.
The ducks
I don't
are
think
needy.
it bloat. They eat.
The geese are worse. If it was a bear-sized goose, I'm taking the small bears.
But even the small bear, even like if they're a full geese, like geese are not small. Like they come up to my waist for sure.
Yeah, I don't like them. I don't like that their tongue comes out when I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that they poop everywhere.
Yeah.
Find a place to poop. Like make one. Like I'm not just pooping all over my house. All right, I go to the toilet.
Wait, not I go to the toilet.
I go to the toilet and I poop. And geese just like, you know what? I got to poop right here. And they poop everywhere. And like when you're at a golf course, it's like usually on the green. But it's like, okay, cool. One green. Choose one green as your toilet. We can work around that.
Yeah.
If you're gonna shit on all 18 greens, all 18 of them, it just seems it's a little ridiculous. But
go to the 5.
Okay. I think we've
enough.
You know what we did?
All right, get me off of this.
Wait, we didn't talk. We didn't talk about how I. Okay, let's talk about this really quick. Okay.
Do you have something to bring up?
Me and no, it was on the list. It was on the list. We were supposed to talk about we were supposed to talk about the telethon and how you were going to set it up.
I thought you were doing that in the very beginning. Hello.
Yeah, but because now you're basically producing everything. How would we set up this telethon? I need you. Wrangling a bear-sized duck would be sweet. Imagine an Uber Eats driver pulling up with one. Well, why would you order one on Uber Eats? That seems weird. But anyway, I need to know your ideas for this telethon and how we're going to make this work.
Tell the people about our telethon.
So here's what I like. I want this show to be really good. Like I want it to be really good. And listen, we're in top 35 hockey show in the United States. And listen, I get it. We're not Spittin' Chicklets. We're not ESPN. We don't have the marketing budget to do that. We have zero marketing budget. As a matter of fact, $0 of a marketing budget to do that outside of Patreon. So we have $181 a month on Patreon that we use, but we also use that for other things like, hosting this thing. It costs like $600 a month to use Restream or $600 a year to use Restream. So there's other costs involved. All right. But if we had a marketing budget, we could take this show to the fucking Mars.
Moon.
No, Mars. Even fucking past it.
Pluto.
And if it sucks, we just go right in the fucking sun and we'd be done. But anyway, so I want to do a telethon to raise money, not only to pay Jillian so she could be here, and to pay Jason to get him back here. And get a new mic. So I want to do a telethon, and we bring on different acts and we do different things. And one of the things I wanted to do is I wanted to make an American Gladiators obstacle course and then have some of our best listeners come to it. And then we're the gladiators. We're the BLPA gladiators and they fight us. Right. So like Jillian's over here doing like the joust. I'm doing the thing where I shoot tennis balls. Jason can do like the rings. And then there's like this Powerball game where it has like little, I don't know what to say, little buckets all around. And like they have to fight their way with a ball through the gladiators to put a ball in the bucket. That's the telethon stuff. I mean, we'd have other stuff too. Like maybe we'll have our karaoke contest and we'll be like, okay, just keep the donations rolling in now. Here we go. And Jillian just took off that guy's head with a joust Q-tip. So I need you to think really long and really hard on how we're going to make this work. Cause it's a win. It's a win. And we got to find a warehouse where we can do it. We'll rent a warehouse and then we'll get all this stuff in it. So see, look, I always wanted to play that every Sunday after church. See, this is nostalgia. People want to be in, listen, James is a big guy. James is a big guy. So you're going to have to, you're jousting James. I'm not, I'm taking the little people. I'll take the little
5-year-olds.
Yeah. Listen, I don't want to wake up with a hurt back. All right.
No.
So maybe I will fight 5-year-olds. Okay. Maybe I will fight 5-year-olds and we'll do the thing where they have the balls and they have to put them in the bucket and they have to get around me. And I'm banging them off. Oh yeah. Let's go. Oh, pause. Those 5-year-olds, I'm just knocking the shit out of them with my shoulders in football gear. But anyway,
that's a good soundbite.
See, sounds like, hey, David, hey, but how much would you donate? He says he's down. Sounds like a plan. I'm down. How much would you donate to make this happen? Because not only do we have to cover the cost of making it all happen, we also have to, we're trying to raise money to pay the people. Right. So, I gotta know, would you toss down a 50 spot? Would you toss down a Benjamin to see how rad this is? Pardon?
Yeah. We need at least $188, I think.
Well, I mean, I just want to know what people are thinking. Like, will they throw down 100 spots?
How deep are your pockets, David?
To make this a reality? Oh, hey, shout out John Newell. Happy birthday, buddy. There's super VIP. I didn't even know it was John's birthday. How dare he not come in? How dare he not come in and tell us that it was his birthday? How dare him? But there we go. We got 100. No. We got 100 on it. And I know. Listen, I know super VIPs on it. James Brown, I mean, he already Patreons us. We can't ask him for more, but we'll always take it if he gives it. Because a hockey god giveth and a hockey god taketh. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So other than that, guys, I think that's it for our show. Listen, I want to apologize off the front end, off the back end, I guess now, that this show was not what we had planned. We had a good guest. We had questions. We researched. The guy travels more than me, which is insane, right? And so I wanted to have him on. Maybe we'll get him on. He's very apologetic. He's been texting me throughout the show. He's very apologetic that he had to miss it. But hey, work comes first. All right. We don't have a telethon to pay guests. You know what I'm saying? So anything else before we get out of here? Anything else before we get out of here?
Hope you have a rootin' tootin' Tuesday.
All right, that's weird, but that's exactly what someone from California would say if they were at Calgary Stampede, because they say that right now. Rootin' tootin' good time at the Calgary Stampede. Yahoo! So, all right, guys. Hey, you guys have a great week. I hope you guys do. I really do. I really care about you, and I hope you have a great week. And I hope everything goes your way in life this week. And if it doesn't, fuck life. You know what I'm saying? Fuck it.
Namaste.